Hey guys, Braden here from In the Loop, and here at Magic Mountain today I thought I'd give you guys some fun facts about Magic Mountain. Here at the front, we all know this is Valencia Falls and the water fountain here, but standing up here are actually some flagpoles. At one point, this section is actually called the Six Flags Plaza, and at one point every single one of these poles used to have a flag from all the states that represented all the parks in every state had its own flag here. So there used to be a Texas, New Jersey, you know, and so on. It used to be standing here, but now we've just got American flags. Now I'm standing over here at the Orient Express, which is the only mechanical way to get to the Samurai Summit. It actually is now the only way, and there used to be two ways to get to the top. On the back side of the hill, there used to be a ride called Dragon. And Dragon used to actually have two stations, one sitting dormant, buried in the trees, and the other one is actually the station for Ninja. If you look at the floor, you can actually see there's a round, kind of carved line to the floor. That's where it actually used to rotate through there, and you used to be able to get to the top of Samurai Summit. Did you know back when the Revolution opened in 1976, it was the very first steel coaster, or any roller coaster, to have a functioning circular loop. It also opened, and these trees were not this tall. You used to be able to see pretty much all of the coaster, and now it is just buried in trees. A really cool thing, if you guys want to get nostalgic, there was a movie that came out in 1977 called Roller Coaster, where a terrorist went around planting bombs on coasters. And this was actually the big finale. It was the grand opening of Revolution. It actually contains one of my favorite lines from a movie, and a girl says, "There's a dog on the coaster." And the guy says, "You're high," and she says, "Not that high." Definitely check it out. Super awesome, cool old movie. You can check out old Magic Mountain as well as some other parks from around the country in there. Over here where there's a bridge that goes over to X2, you've got some little graphics up over here. You've got like Colossus 1978. You've got the Viper from 1990. You've got Batman the Ride 1994. You've got the Riddler's Revenge from 1998. You have Scream from 2003 and Apocalypse. But if you notice, that is not Apocalypse. That is actually a different roller coaster. Over here by the X2 sign, over by Panda with the X2 sign, you have this building over here. Fun fact about this building, in National Lampoon's Vacation, when the family leaves the Whippersnapper, which was actually the Revolution, they come out here. This was actually the exit in the movie for it, and this is where they finally get held up and they have the nice heartwarming talk with Roy Wally. Viper, sitting in the corner of the park, was the first roller coaster to ever feature 7 inversions. And one of their inversions held the record for a very long time as the highest inversion on any roller coaster at 150 feet, which is actually the first loop that you go into after the drop. Another fun fact about Viper is that it was featured in the movie Encino Man and played the roller coaster called The Vapor after they went to Mega Mountain. All right, I'm standing over here at X2, which is actually the second iteration of X. The trains were actually way too heavy, so they had to lighten them up. And they also had to change some other things throughout the ride, and that's when they also added the fire, and there used to be fog. But now that does not exist. So X2 is arguably, well, not arguably, no contest, the wildest, craziest, most insane coaster you will ride at Magic Mountain. It's not for everyone. Sometimes it is a little too rough for most people. But when this ride opened, it was the world's first 4D roller coaster, meaning that the cars on the outside could spin around. Not like that sissy 4D Batman ride in Texas. This thing actually flips you around and puts you in the positions it wants to put you in. So it's super crazy. They actually have 2 of these in China that are actually taller. And yeah, this is a must ride if you come here to Magic Mountain. One last thing to mention about X2 is that it was designed by Alan Schilke. Those who are not coaster fans don't know, but Alan Schilke is an amazing coaster designer. He actually came up with this roller coaster, and it was just actually a static drawing. And the people at Aerodynamics didn't really believe that it would work until 3D animation came along, and then they started to believe in it. Alan Schilke is also the amazing designer of all the Iron Horse conversions, which you now at Magic Mountain can enjoy. Twisted Colossus, which is a designed coaster by Alan Schilke, and there's several of them across the country, as well as another revolutionary type system, the El Loco, which is wild and is going to be implemented into the Polar Coaster.